I am not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So in today's reading, we are hearing from your ancestors, and we are going to them for just some general advice, love, and support. And I just wanted to do one of these videos where we just check in with the ancestors, because I realized that I hadn't done one of these for the YouTube channel in a while. So I figured that we would check in with them, just get a few quick messages. So these are going to be some brief readings today, some brief messages. And so yeah, let's just jump straight into the meditation and the disclaimers. So obviously this is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like and think that you are just doomed to that reality, you are not using my readings correctly. My readings are for confirmation, not answers. So realize that at the end of the day, your free will and what you choose to do with it determines your outcomes, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So with that being said, please be responsible, be accountable, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. For those of you that want to participate in this meditation, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you got to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eyes and not your physical ones, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I'm going to be placing crystals from my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you're drawn to another pile, that's because there's another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body starting with your feet, and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds, hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can meet with your ancestors in the highest realms that have the most loving, pure, clear guidance to pass on to you today, okay? So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. On pile 1 is citrine. On pile 2, you guys have told me before, I believe it's polychrome jasper, but I'm not sure. But this is the crystal that we have on pile 2. And on pile 3, we have a beautiful clear quartz. Hopefully that was enough time for you guys to pick a pile and tap into your psychic abilities. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides at Higher Self, Amazing Spirit, and of course the ancestors for coming through and helping us out with some guidance and some love today. Now let's see what they have to say to you, and I will meet you over at your pile. All right, pile number one, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be starting off with your tarot cards here just to see the ancestor advice that they want to pass on to you today. Then I'm going to be pulling some additional oracle cards afterwards. But again, these are just some brief messages. So yeah, let's just get started to see what advice your ancestors have for you. So the very first card that we have here is the World. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And then the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So there's a higher calling that your ancestors want you to be more trusting of, pile one. Queen of Pentacles here, they want you to get more trusting about sharing your talents or gift with the world, with this World card right here. They also want you to have more faith or trust in your own talents. The word for you is trust, and they really want you to trust yourself more with this Hierophant in reverse right here. Hierophant upright guides or leads people to God. He is the chosen one that is the mouthpiece or representative of holiness. In reverse, that is someone that is reluctant to accept a higher calling. This is someone that is like reluctant to accept their purpose and their reason for practically being here in a sense. So your ancestors' advice to you is to get comfortable creating your own world or aesthetic in a more private setting, because what I'm picking up is a lot of you guys are only comfortable sharing what you know or the gifts that you have, like at home or with close friends and family. It's like you are safe keeping your own talents with this Queen of Pentacles, who is known to hover over a very special pentacle. So for example, let's say that like you're a singer or are talented at singing. The cards here are saying, yeah, you're a beautiful singer. God blessed you with this incredible talent, and we, the ancestors, have blessed your voice so it would stand out from the rest with this World card right here. So it would be unique and special. And when people hear your voice, they know that there's something divine about it and about you with this Queen of Pentacles right here, but and something high quality about it. But you only like to or are comfortable enough singing in the shower or in your car or at home or with friends or during like Tuesday's karaoke night at your local bar. And so your ancestors are saying you have a natural gift or talent. You know exactly what that is. They are saying that they blessed your talent with magnetism, the ability to draw people in or get their attention. They did this for a reason, because you were meant to put your talent out there and to put your gifts to work. But some of you find that intimidating, which is completely normal and rational. So it's like start with baby steps versus just taking on your biggest dreams, which may seem overwhelming for you with this World card right here. And going back to that example, start with singing in front of a few of your friends. Start with writing music and recording tracks on your own. Play around with what you naturally are. You know, with this World card, play around with your talents, with your skills. I'm also seeing stuff plastered on your wall, and that tells me that your ancestors want you to know that visualization is a very powerful medium for you. Everyone is different when it comes to the law of attraction. Some people are gifted with scripting and writing intentions. Others are gifted with meditation and visualization. Some use subliminals and mantras. Others are gifted with using the earth to help manifest. Me, for instance, I noticed that every single time that I go on a fast, my intentions come through very strong and very quickly. For you, pile one, they're saying to use visuals when it comes to shaking loose any fear or reservations that you have about embracing your natural born talents. You sitting on these talents is so hard for them to watch because they know what you were meant to do with them. So vision boards is another big piece of advice for you, pile one. Make a vision board of, going back to that example of a singer, put pictures of Grammy Awards or a Billboard Top 100, something like that, because they want you to almost break into your own subconscious. It'll almost trick you in a sense into getting a lot more lax and comfortable with what you're meant to do, so you're not so uncomfortable with sharing what you are meant to do, because that's what they're really focusing on, is like they don't want you to be uncomfortable sharing what it is that you're meant to do. So let's see, let's get some oracle cards here for you. Okay, these ones fell out. These two fell upright, so I'll keep these ones out. Let's see if there's any more that want to come out for you. Okay. So we have here Clove. This is the card of presence. And it says, trigger statement, why did this happen to me? True statement, how did this happen for me? Know that you are the star of your life, my dear. You are the lead and the audience is here for you. This is exactly what I've been talking to you guys about. Like your ancestors are saying, like you were meant to share this gift with the world. And it says right here, know that you are a star. Know that you are the star of your life. You are the lead and the audience is here for you. Literally just confirmation. Then we have here the card Vetiver. This is the card of reconnect. Trigger statement, I need to escape. True statement, I am present. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. Be open to the information you receive from your body, mind, and environment. Yes, so true. Just be open to that because you're going to realize why you're so shy or so reluctant to share what it is that you're good at, what it is that you're talented at. And then we have underneath the deck, we have the card Lime, and this is the card of gratitude. Trigger statement, I am overwhelmed. True statement, I am moving. The time for planning is complete. Take action no matter how small. Begin today. Exactly. Take action. Take action, no matter how small, and begin today. And let's get a couple of cards for you guys from your ancestors, some additional messages. I think I want to do two. Hold on. These ones. Let me see if these ones are meant for you. Hold on. Okay, yeah. All three of these are meant for you guys. So we have here, we got the medicine wheel in reverse. We have the card Wind, also in reverse. And then we have the Sun, also in reverse. So I'm going to read all three of these for you guys. So give me a second. All right, and the Sun says, the Sun is acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force. In other traditions, it is seen as a feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings and allows life to sprout from the dark, feminine earth. It can be gentle and warming, close to sunrise or sunset, fall or winter, or it can be destructive, as in its zenith during a scorching summer. The medicine for this card says, have you been shining your light for too long? Remember that daylight is only one half of the day. The night must have her equal time, and she offers us her gifts as well. Be careful not to be blinded by your light or the light of others. Do not become enamored with yourself or worship others. Beware your shadow. Reveal in your midday glory, but do not be afraid of the waning of the light at dusk. The invitation of this card says, have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? It is time to come out of your cave, and savor the life-giving light of our star. The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling you to shine your light and to add your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and play. Very interesting how these cards are kind of matching with the message. And then for wind, the wind card right here, it says the symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It says it also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the four directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. The south is all about carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. The west calls you into more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. The north moves to bring you wisdom and strength, and the east carries clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving towards it and receiving its lessons. And it says here, the medicine for this card, when wind comes as medicine, you are being invited to recognize the value of chaos. Windstorms provide necessary chaos to clear the air and spread seeds so plants and trees can take root in new fields. Right now, it may seem as if your world has been turned upside down, but this is a temporary storm that will blow over. Perhaps communication has broken down between you and another, or your many to-do lists are overwhelming you. The medicine is to simplify, slow down, course correct if you need to, and wait out the storm to clean speeding things up. Just know that all storms have great value if you can remain neutral during their course. Greater clarity and good things will come from it all. Remember, this too shall pass. Yeah. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal Wow, 4 cardinal directions again. Okay, you guys, so I gotta say this, because when I first read about the 4 cardinal directions for this wind card right here, I heard that if you have intuitively selected pile 1 and you're somebody that works with the 4 cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, you use it in incantations and spell work and rituals, anything like that, use that to help break you out of any sort of stage fright or anxiety, public speaking, any sort of fears that you have that are in the way of your talents, that are in the way of you kind of doing what you are meant to do. Use the 4 cardinal directions to sort of alleviate that anxiety and that fear that you get when it comes to putting yourself out there. Okay, and so it says here, the medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolizes the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. The medicine for this card says you must not postpone your healing journey any longer. It can be difficult to start, but you must find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you may lose your opportunity. There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one that you resonate with the most. Once you have found it, the only mistake that you can make is not to follow it. Go boldly. Oh, I love that. So pile 1, this is the messages that your ancestors have for you today. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. All right, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards. Then I'm going to be pulling some additional oracle cards on camera just to see the advice that your ancestors would love to pass on to you today. So let's just get started. The very first card that we have for you, pile 2, is the 5 of Swords. Then we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Already got some sword energy here. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. All right, so we have some earth and air energy here. So right off the bat, you could definitely be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or even possibly a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But because we have more so air energy here, those could just be the 2 dominant sort of like elements in your chart. The thing that I'm picking up here, pile 2, is there someone that seriously offended you in the past with this 5 of Swords right here, and you've really tried to move on from it with this Ace of Swords, or to adopt a new way of looking at what happened, but something about that past encounter, it still stings for you. You may daydream or think about what you would say to them today if you were to see them again, or if that conversation were to come up again with this 5 of Swords. You may wish that you would have defended yourself more, or have played just as dirty as they did, or have hit below the belt like they did. But listen, pile 2, you're a good person. There's no other way to put it. The reason that you didn't think to stoop to their level or to be vicious is because you are not a remorseless person. You have principles and standards, even when it is understandable not to have them, even when a certain person might not deserve it. It's like you choose not to betray yourself and your morals just to hit someone where it hurts, or to return the favor of saying something cruel. And the thing that your ancestors keep highlighting is they keep saying that you have questions as to why this seems to happen to you, or as to why people have treated you this way in the past without you deserving it, without you doing anything to warrant their behavior. And there's a question of, I try to be a good person, so why did that happen? Or why did I deserve that? Pile 2, this may be a very anticlimactic answer, but they keep pointing to your birth chart, to look into your birth chart, because a lot of your answers when it comes to your relationships is right there. 7th house is where you're going to want to look generally when it comes to relationships. There's a lot of other things to factor in as well, but just like just being very general about it, seventh house is the house of relationships, so, and partnerships. So that could be a good place to start looking at your seventh house, looking at the ruler of your seventh house. So for instance, if Capricorn rules your seventh house, then you want to see what house and what sign your Saturn in your natal chart is under. If it was Virgo that ruled your seventh house, you're going to want to see where Mercury is at in your natal chart and what house he is under. If it was Aquarius that ruled your seventh house, you're going to want to see where Uranus and Saturn is at, what house and sign they're under in your natal chart. So if you have any planets in your seventh house, in your natal seventh house, squaring your third, opposing your first, or in a tight aspect to your 11th, that is something to definitely look out for. Now, this is what your ancestors want you to look at. This sounds so odd, but they are saying a lot of things that have happened to you remain unexplained because they want you to go searching for answers. They want you to go searching. They want you to consult with spirit, but they really want you to get to know yourself. And they know that if you keep wondering, why does this happen and that happen, that the breadcrumb trail will lead you to discovering information and knowledge about your own self. There is something when it comes to learning, and I just heard numerology too. Okay, so your ancestors, they're not biased. They're not just like, no, not just astrology. You can check into that numerology too. Hell, check in all of it. Okay, so they just want you to get more curious about your own individualistic design, and that's something that astrology and numerology reveals to us, is it reveals our souls and our humans design. So your ancestors want certain experiences that you've had to spark so much of an interest in you, where it's like, what the hell is going on here, that it leads you down this path where it's like, I went and searched for answers as to why this happened or that happened, but what I ended up finding out was so much more valuable, and it was all about me, my purpose, my essence, and my soul. And my soul's purpose here, the lessons that I'm meant to endure here, because this information is going to bring you a lot of peace with this Page of Pentacles right here, with the past. It'll bring you a lot of peace with the past and people that have hurt or offended you. It's also going to bring you a lot of pride and self-esteem, where you start seeing yourself as almost like this project, not in a bad way, but just like this project where it's like, well, what else is there to learn about me? It's really going to spark this interest. It's going to spark a relationship between yourself and you, where you start developing this very beautiful, like high value relationship with this Page of Pentacles right here. So, Page of Pentacles is very serious about that pentacle that he's learning from, or that he's learning about. He takes that study extremely seriously. And then this is what your ancestors are trying to lead you guys to, is the study of the self, the study of your own self. And so, it's going to bring you a lot of closure. And when you realize that, yeah, I may still think about what happened with this person or what they did to me this day, but they were never the main character in your life or world, pile two. They were a catalyst or a tool. They were a stand-in, very simply used by the universe to discover who you are and why certain trials, challenges, and lessons had to be experienced. And this all ties into why you are here on earth, which isn't to get hurt, but it is to discover more of who you are and what you can do with this Page of Pentacles, and how you can express even more and even come into more of your own potential and more of your own power. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards. Like I said, these are brief messages, so I'm not spending too long on these messages. I just wanted to check in with the ancestors, since I haven't done it in a while for any general readings. Not on YouTube anyway. I think I did do one recently for Patreon, but just not for YouTube. So let's see what other messages your ancestors have for you today. I don't know why this looks like it wants to come out. So, okay, and it says here, this is the card Invigorating, the card of bliss, trigger statement. Why am I here? True statement. Look, I make a difference. You will have the motivation you need to express your light. Know that what you do today makes the world a better place. And then over here, this card is the card of uplifting, the card cheerful, trigger statement. I am powerless, true statement. I am excited to see what the future brings. Exactly. And it says the future is bright. Enjoy knowing that your optimism today fuels your amazing tomorrow. Exactly. This is all about you guys just getting to know yourself. And then underneath the deck here, we have Spearmint, the card of conviction, trigger statement. No one listens to me. True statement. My voice is heard. Stand strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. Actually, I want to get one more card for you guys. Okay. a lot of cards that flipped over, but it's probably trying to get me to see this one. And so it says here, this is the card Cypress, a card of resilience, and it says, trigger statement, I need to control. True statement, I surrender. Allow yourself to relax with the currents of life. These changes will take you even closer to where you are meant to be. Exactly. This, you understanding why people have done what they've done, or why you've experienced the things that you have had to experience in your life. It's like, it's all because this is where you're meant to be. You're meant to experience these certain things, because somehow it's going to lead you right back to your own truth. It's going to lead you right back to your own power. It's going to lead you right back to your own potential, right back to your own identity. And that is the main point that your ancestors have always kind of wanted for you. Okay, okay, so we got these other three had flipped over the smoky mirror. And so actually I'm going to leave the smoky mirror out, since that was one that was up. And so we have here Jaguar, the smoky mirror, and the ghost dance. All these upright. And the ghost dance says here, the ghost dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. Interesting. This is an ancestor message. And it says, when the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. So true. It says, honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. So this is even your past lives coming into play. And as well as too, for those of you that have some sort of, if you have an altar and you're comfortable, leaving offerings and things like that on your altar, maybe try making a space with your ancestors, but you want to be very, very clear on the ancestors that you are trying to connect with. If you're not comfortable doing this, do not do it, okay? But if you are comfortable with, spiritual work like this, working with different energies, entities, spirits, things of that nature, take the precautions that are necessary. It's very, very important to take the precautions that are necessary, because when you connect to the spiritual realm, it's like dialing a random phone number. You never know who the hell is going to pick up. So you want to be very, very clear about the fact that you're only trying to connect with the ancestors that are here to guide you, that are here to bring you clarity, that are here to bring you an abundance of love and support, that are high vibrational, that never hurt another one of your ancestors or another person or another being, anything like that. You want to be very, very clear about it, okay? But yeah, that's just something that's coming to me for you guys, is to maybe create a space for certain ancestors, even ancestors that you may have known, that have passed on, that are no longer here with you, that you loved very deeply or that you really admired. Just making a little space for them and honoring them and, giving them love and appreciation. And you don't even have to do the altar thing. If you're not comfortable doing that, just spend some time talking to them the same way that maybe you would talk to God in your head or talk to a higher power in your head or something like that. Just talk to your ancestors, and you don't have to talk to them to hear something back. Just talk to them, tell them how you're doing, what you're going through. They're already privy to it, but that'll help kind of build that relationship. So, it says here, the invitation, the ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Yes. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you and write a new story for your life. Like I kept talking about, you guys are just trying to figure out, why does this keep happening to me? And it literally says that right here in the invitation. It says, at this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. So this is saying right here that you keep experiencing the same sort of experiences because this is past life energy, as well as this is some sort of energy that your ancestry is actually attached to as well. And this is why you guys have been sort of almost given the job or the role to end this kind of karmic cycle, in a sense. Okay, and with Jaguar, it says here, the Jaguar is a protector of all life in the Amazon, and in times of fear, she brings courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and at ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. And it says here, the invitation, Jaguar calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places that you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instinct will serve you well. So throw all caution to the wind and just take some time. So some of you guys may not really believe in astrology, may not really believe in tarot and spirituality and things like that. This may all be very, very new to you. And you may be here just because simply you're looking for answers, like what we were talking about throughout your whole reading. So this is your ancestors acknowledging the fact that they understand you're going out of your comfort zone to seek out answers. And they're very proud of you for that. And they actually commend you for that and say, like, you're so courageous and brave. And they're very thankful for it because you're like the golden child. You're like the chosen one for your lineage, for your line to end this karmic cycle. And so that's why they're very, very appreciative of you taking this step out of your comfort zone to figure out what's going on here. And so we have here the smoky mirror, and it says this represents the aspects of what is implied. It cannot be immediately known in the world. The mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious casualty. This symbol also represents the shadow of the human psyche, the parts of the self that one disowns. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or the inability or refusal to see the truth. The invitation says, when the symbol of the smoky mirror appears, you are invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there is a vast interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order, but challenging to fully grasp. Now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, in the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery. Wow. That's powerful. Pile 2. I've been talking about your entire reading. You just wondering, why does this keep happening? Why does this happen? Why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to go through that? And it literally says right here, no matter where you are in your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts the distortion that you see now. That's absolutely beautiful. But pile 2, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. All right, in pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards, and then I'm going to be taking some time to pull some additional oracle cards on camera to see the advice that your ancestors want to bring to you today. So let's just get started. Like I said in the intro, these are going to be some brief messages today. I just wanted to check in with the ancestors since I haven't done that for you guys here on the YouTube channel in a while. So let's just see what's going on. So we have here the very first card for you is Death in Reverse. Okay. Death card is my favorite card in tarot, me personally. And then we have here next card is a Two of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. So there's an ending here that you are really struggling to accept with this Death in Reverse. You're still stuck on where and how something ended. And this could have been the end of someone's life, possibly. If it isn't, I'm so sorry for you to have to go through that. This could be the end of a relationship with this Ace of Cups over here. This could be the end of a partnership or a commitment with this Two of Pentacles, or even the end of being able to take care of yourself or provide for yourself with this Two of Pentacles as well. It's like you want to turn back time, rewind like it never happened. It's like a bit of your vibration or aura is kind of still stuck in this place. It's kind of still stuck in this Death in Reverse card energy right here. Some of you are grieving hard, and it has taken a toll on your ability to show up for your other engagements, other duties and responsibilities with this Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you've let yourself go or have kind of allowed your life to fall apart. And I am so sorry if you are going through this. This type of grief is no joke, and it is hard. It consumes every bit of you. I know because I've been there, and where it's actually difficult, it feels like work or a job to get out of bed and take care of yourself. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is the loss of a rhythm that you had in your routine or day-to-day, being able to juggle it. And it's because of this Death card in reverse moment. Your ancestors' advice to you is so clear. They are pleading with you to lean on your loved ones and your support system that you truly trust. to allow them in a little more in this process that you're going through, because some of you have kept this struggle to yourself, and so you're silently suffering when there are people all around you, pile 3, that genuinely want to be there for you, to help you heal with this Ace of Cups right here. And no, they might not know what to say or how to be there for you or how to take the pain away from you or how to lighten your heart, but at the very least, they just want to be there. And I'm hearing very strictly for you as well, if you are comfortable to take up the offer of professional help. So someone close to you may have suggested therapy, because I heard your ancestors use the word offer. Like I heard them say, take the offer. So you may have come across a therapist or noticed a therapist's office while you were driving. Maybe you saw them on TV, seen an advertisement for them, or a friend may have recommended their own therapist, or, you know, something along those lines. And so this was a way for your ancestors to reach out to you, because what your ancestors want for you right now is to be surrounded with love and support, to the point that you are almost overwhelmed by it. They do not want you to be alone right now, especially if your own thoughts are scaring you with this Death card in reverse. If other parts of your life are suffering or are being neglected because you cannot get past what has happened, they are saying, please see someone professionally. The ancestors are holding both of your hands right now through this, but they are also aware, because they were once human, they are aware that the flesh does not always sense the spirit's presence. They are aware that you are in need of physical human support alongside the spiritual support that they are providing for you. Like I said, they want to overwhelm you or almost suffocate you with so much love, because they can feel everything that you are feeling. And when we are in a state of suffering, our vibration suffers. Our vibration is naturally low because we are depleted energetically. And this is at absolutely no fault of yours. Our vibration cannot always be sky high. And in my personal opinion, I don't find that to be natural or normal to always be in this high state of vibration, because we are meant to go through things that kind of rock that vibration a bit. And it's a lesson in being able to maneuver those fluctuations. It's a huge lesson in that. And it's a lot of wisdom that comes from learning how to navigate those fluctuations. So like I said, in my opinion, it's not natural to always be just high vibe and oh my God, everything's so zen and everything's so beautiful, you know. And it's okay to be appreciative of things all the time, but it's also okay too to feel pain. It's also okay too to be angry. It's also okay too to be sad, to be upset, to be disappointed, to be hurt, to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. It's also okay. Just like it's okay if you are zen 100% of the time. But you know, like I said, I just find it more so normal that we fluctuate from time to time. There's ebbs and flows in everything. That is the cycle. That is how the universe is literally set up, in a cycle where it's not just going to stay absolute. You know, nothing stays absolute in the universe. Nothing. And it's like when it comes to universe, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And so the only thing that's consistent when we're dealing with the universe is the fact that things evolve, they cycle, they progress, they move, they change. And so, you know, this is completely natural for you. And that's one really important message that I just wanted to get across to you, that if you are struggling right now emotionally, one, please get a supportive community around you, supportive people around you, loving individuals around you, and don't hesitate to seek professional help, you know? But also to just realize that it is okay for you to be in a space where you're like, I cannot take care of myself right now. It happens. That is life. Life is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it and be great and successful at it. But that's not the case, because this shit gets hard. And that is okay. You're human. You're not God. So yes, there's going to be things that crash into our boat and they rock us from side to side. And while our ancestors are holding us and they've got us, we still have to feel that rock, right? And so that's what I'm picking up with you right now. So, like I said, they almost just want to suffocate you with so much love. And so, like I said, when your vibration is low, it can be very difficult to sense these higher ethereal beings. And so, like I was saying, this is a natural thing when we are grieving or processing dense emotions. So when our vibration is low, it is very difficult to sense higher ethereal beings. You have some very, very high vibrational ancestors, pile 3. They feel almost angelic, because I keep getting the sense that your ancestors are either working alongside your angels or your ancestors just have this ascended master vibe to them. I don't know, but they're saying that we've got you spiritually. We also know that we need someone to hold you physically too. We need you to know that you are loved and embraced and supported by your peers and beings that are like you. I love the ancestors and how much that they care. They're like spiritual mothers and fathers or siblings and friends and you know, that have been in our shoes before. They have been human before. So they are able to relate and to feel what we feel on such a transparent level. It's incredible. And they're also saying that if you're religious, for example, to get back to reading your Bible or your scriptures or your sacred texts, because that's going to refuel you spiritually as well. This has taken a toll on you, and they don't want to see you have to struggle to get your life back on track while also trying to heal at the same time and process at the same time and accept at the same time. They want you to keep from being overwhelmed by all these responsibilities. So when you do get to a space, because I see you being okay, pile 3, it might not feel that way right now, but you are so much stronger than you even know. And I see you pulling out of this. I really do. I see you pulling out of this with your head held high and a little bit stronger, and just being like, you know what? I got through it, and being proud of yourself. I really do see that. So the moment that you are ready to get back to being in that space, the moment where it's like when you get to a place where you wake up one day and you say, I'm ready to live again, or to laugh again, and to enjoy myself again because I deserve that. The moment that you're ready to do that, your ancestors' main job is they want you to be able to just get right back to living and laughing and loving. They want you to just be able to get up and go without having to worry about tending to this or fixing that or any sort of crisis management, because you've been in a state of grieving and haven't had the energy to take care of yourself and to maintain things like normal. So they're trying to get around all of that for you. And so this is just them lending additional support on the other side of things, on the spiritual side of things, which is incredible. Wow. Which is really incredible. Shuffle these again. So let's see what additional messages, sorry you guys, let's see what additional messages your ancestors have for you, pile 3. What is going on? Okay, let me see if these 3 cards are meant for you. They are. Okay. So you got 4 cards that came out for you. First card here is Basilis's card of inspiration, trigger statement. I am tired of it all. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are tired. And it says true statement. I find strength in my purpose. Yeah, it says please rest. Look, you guys. Look, pile 3. It says please rest and know that in this stillness you will find clarity around your purpose here. The need to cope will fall away as you find the question you are the answer to. This is what I keep picking up. It's like you guys are just going through this coping process right now, or like this grieving process, but you guys are going to be okay. I see it. Then we also have here jasmine, juniper berry, and petitgrain. So I'm going to read this because my battery's dying. So jasmine is a card of passion, trigger statement. I am scared, true statement. When I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. Ooh, I love that. So you're at your strongest right now, pile 3. You just might not feel that way, but it says reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. Then we have here juniper berry, the card of projection. It says trigger statement, my mind does not rest. True statement, I listen to my higher self. Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is this true? And then we have here petitgrain, the card of independence. And it says, trigger statement, I'm just like my mother or father. True statement, I'm free to choose. Yeah. It says you are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. I love that. And then underneath the deck for you guys, we have the card Rosemary, and this is the card of wisdom, and it says trigger statement, it doesn't make sense. True statement, I see the bigger picture. You are moving towards a deeper level of understanding, from knowledge to wisdom. Take time to absorb the lessons. That's exactly what's happening. I have to leave this card out for you guys. Let me just leave that card out. Okay, let's get some additional messages here from your ancestors. Like I said, just some brief messages today, but I just wanted to check in with them and check in with you guys. Okay, so the card that flew is the spiral, and it was in reverse. Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. It felt like in your reading was just like this death card this death in reverse card moment just, it kind of caused everything to spiral, kind of caused you to lose your rhythm, like we were talking about with the Two of Pentacles right here. And your ancestors want to help you. Your ancestors want to help keep your life from spiraling. Then we have here flow, which came out like this. So I'm going to read both of the meanings of that card. And let's see, let's get one more. Let's see if there's one more for you. Yes, there was. Okay. And then we also have here the card, the Sacrifice, but it came out in reverse. Okay. And so the spiral here says, from galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. The medicine for this card says, the spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process at the time, as the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. Beautiful. So you're going through a rebirth right now. It says, using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. That's beautiful. For the card here, flow, it says there is a natural movement of events in the world. You can see it in phenomena such as the tide, the ebb and flow of oceans. I literally used the phrase ebb and flow in your reading earlier, and it's right here in the book. That's crazy. So it says here, you can see it in phenomena such as a tide, the ebb and flow of oceans and rivers that rise up from the earth, then flow to the sea. The symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement towards a certain destination. It signifies an ability to gracefully move around obstacles and reminds you of the sense of allowing. And the invitation says, when flow comes to visit, it is a sign that your intentions have been in motion. Now is the time to allow nature to run its course. You are being called to effortless movements in the path of least resistance. It's like being within music, flowing within partnership. Think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creativity up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You're called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment and destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. The medicine of this card says, don't try to push against the river or swim upstream right now. You can trust that when the time is right, your dreams will begin to take shape and you will be invited to dance with destiny. Right now, however, you must relax. This is not the time to bang on doors that refuse to open. Whatever obstacles in front of you right now, trust that this is for the highest good. It is an opportunity to regroup and reconsider your choices, and you must trust that your intentions will take form in good time. Consider this a gift. And so you guys use your intuition to know if the invitation or the medicine is more right for you with this card, because like I said, this card kind of fell out like this. So I don't know if it was meant to be like upright or in reverse, but just kind of use your intuition to see if you resonated more with the invitation message, which is the upright message, or the medicine message, which is the reversal message. And then the sacrifice here, it says, the sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, I think I said that right, sorry if I butchered it, but the Lord of the Dawn came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and prayers to the blood of humans or animals. Wow. And it says here the medicine is, what is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to spirit so that you may unfold as it will. This is interesting because this is what I was talking about with your death in reverse. It's like, you can't get over the ending of something. And it literally says for the medicine here, what is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. Wow. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. Oh, you guys, you know, that's great advice, to rededicate yourself to your journey, to recommit yourself to your journey. That would be such a beautiful thing to do when you feel that the time is right, and when you feel that you are ready to do something like that, when you feel as though you're ready to get back to you and to living. And, you know, it's like living is an action. It takes energy. And it's like, you know, when we're in a space where it's like, I can't show up right now, we have to honor that as well. So pile 3, this is the advice from your ancestors. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I'm sending you guys my love and a huge, big virtual hug. I also pray for you guys that you get through whatever challenges that you may be going through right now, especially if it's any form of grief or depression, anything like that. But pile 3, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, and the ancestors for coming through and delivering these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys.